Have you ever looked at a map and noticed how the continents seem to fit together like puzzle pieces? South America tucks neatly into Africa's western coast. It's almost as if they were once connected. Well, the truth is, they were. And the same forces that broke them apart are still at work today, slowly but surely, tearing our planet apart in new places. It sounds like something out of a disaster movie, but this is real geology happening right beneath our feet. Today we're going to explore one of the most incredible places on Earth where a new ocean is being born, the East African Rift Valley. Imagine a giant crack stretching for thousands of kilometers, from the Red Sea all the way down to Mozambique. This isn't just a simple crack in the ground. It's a massive geological feature, where the African continent is literally splitting in two. For millions of years, the Somali tectonic plate has been pulling away from the larger Nubian plate, which makes up most of Africa. The process is incredibly slow, moving at about the same speed your fingernails grow, just a few millimeters per year. But over geological time, these tiny movements add up to create dramatic landscapes. The whole process started around 25 million years ago. Deep beneath the Earth's surface, in the mantle, a huge plume of superheated rock began to rise. This intense heat and pressure pushed up against the crust, causing it to stretch, thin out, and eventually fracture. Think of it like pulling a piece of dough. As you stretch it, it gets thinner in the middle until it finally rips. That's essentially what's happening to the African continent. This stretching has created the stunning Rift Valley, with its steep cliffs, deep valleys, and a chain of volcanoes. So what does this look like on the ground? The East African Rift is a land of extremes. You have towering volcanic mountains like Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya, which were formed by the intense volcanic activity associated with the rifting. Then you have deep, long lakes that have filled the depressions in the valley floor, like Lake Tanganyika, the second deepest lake in the world. These lakes are unique because they are often very long and narrow, following the lines of the rift. The volcanic activity here is very much alive. Aldonyo Lengai in Tanzania is a particularly fascinating volcano. It's the only active volcano on Earth that erupts nitrocarbonatite lava, strange black runny lava that looks more like motor oil than molten rock. This unique lava is much cooler than typical basaltic lava, and it's a direct result of the unusual geological processes happening deep beneath the rift. But the most dramatic evidence of the continent splitting apart happened much more recently. In 2005, in the Afar region of Ethiopia, a massive crack, 60 kilometers long and up to 8 meters wide, opened up in the desert in just a matter of days. This event was triggered by a series of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The scientists were stunned. They realized they were witnessing the very first stages of a new ocean basin forming, a process that usually takes millions of years, compressed into a few weeks. It was like watching geology and fast forward. The Afar Triangle, where Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Djibouti meet, is one of the most geologically active places on the planet. It's a triple junction where three tectonic plates are pulling away from each other: the Arabian Plate, and the two African plates, Nubian and Somali. The land here is sinking, much of it already below sea level. The ground is covered in fresh lava flows and dotted with steaming vents. It's a harsh, otherworldly landscape, but it gives us a glimpse of what the Earth might have looked like millions of years ago when other oceans were forming. So what's the endgame here? Scientists predict that in about 5 to 10 million years, the process will reach a critical point. The Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, which are already young oceans, will flood into the East African Rift Valley. The low-lying Afar region will be the first to go under. Gradually, a new sea will form, splitting the continent. A large part of East Africa, including Somalia, eastern Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania, will break off and become a new, massive island, drifting away from the rest of the continent into the Indian Ocean. Think about that for a moment. A new ocean carving its way through a continent, creating a new island the size of Madagascar. It's a mind-boggling concept, but it's the inevitable future of this region. The evidence is written in the rocks, the earthquakes, and the volcanoes that define the landscape. The Earth is a dynamic, constantly changing planet. The continents we see today are not permanent fixtures. They are just temporary arrangements in a geological dance that has been going on for billions of years. This process isn't just a geological curiosity. It has profound implications for the people and wildlife living in the region. The frequent earthquakes and volcanic activity are a constant hazard. But the rift also creates incredibly fertile volcanic soils, which support agriculture and large populations. The unique lakes and ecosystems of the Rift Valley are biodiversity hotspots, home to countless species found nowhere else on Earth. As the rift continues to widen, these environments will change dramatically. The birth of a new ocean is one of the most powerful and fundamental processes on our planet. It's a reminder that the ground beneath us is not as solid as it seems. The East African Rift Valley offers us a unique window into the Earth's engine, allowing us to see plate tectonics in action. We are literally watching a continent tear itself apart. While we won't be around to see the new ocean fully form, we are living in a time where we can witness and study the very first dramatic steps of its creation. It's a powerful reminder of the immense forces that shape our world. So the next time you look at a map, remember it's just a snapshot in time. The continents are adrift, oceans are born and die, and the face of our planet is in a constant state of flux. The story of the East African Rift is a chapter in Earth's grand ongoing story of creation and destruction. It's happening right now, slowly but unstoppably. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the heart of a splitting continent. It's a fascinating and humbling look at the power of our planet. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the amazing world we live in, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you next time.